I fell into the hands of scammers, and I'm afraid to admit it to my husband. I'm so ashamed of my naivety that I don't even know how to confess to my husband that his wife is a fool of the highest order. We don't live in luxury. My husband works as a locksmith at a factory, and I'm a pharmacist. We have enough money for necessities, but we can't afford much extra. We can't even go on vacation to the sea every year. We don't have kids yet, and to be honest, I don't even know if we ever will. We live in a one-room apartment, just me, my husband, and our cat. Health-wise, we're fine, but I constantly worry about our financial situation. I don't want to raise a child in poverty, yet that's exactly where we would end up if another mouth to feed appeared in our family. I know that everything is in our hands, so I decided to invest in an online course. I thought that if I learned a new profession and started freelancing, our family's financial situation would improve significantly. Maybe we'd even have enough money to think about having a baby. I often scroll through social media stories, and one day, I saw a blogger advertising a course that seemed perfect for me. But it was expensive. Still, I believed that truly valuable educational materials had to come at a high price. I kept hesitating to buy it, even though I had been eyeing it for a while. Then, out of the blue, a girl messaged me, introducing herself as the blogger's assistant. She must have noticed my interest in the course and offered her help. She explained that the coach who had paid for the ad was running a special promotion. He was willing to sell his materials at a 60% discount, but only to a limited number of participants. I was pleasantly surprised and took it as a sign from above. I didn't want to miss my chance, especially since the girl promised to guide me until I earned my first money. It felt like a stroke of luck. I transferred the required amount to the provided account, entered my email address, and waited patiently for the promised link to the course that was supposed to change our financial future. Well, it did change our finances, but for the worse, not the better. The link never arrived. Not in 10 minutes, as she had promised. Not in an hour. Not even the next day. I held on to hope, telling myself it was just a delay. Maybe there were too many applicants, and the assistants were struggling to send out the materials in time. But when I checked the girl's page the next day, I was shocked. Her account had been blocked due to suspected fraud. How? This was the first time I had ever been scammed like this. No one had ever deceived me before, especially online. I had always considered myself a smart, educated person who couldn't be easily fooled, but I turned out to be just another naive fool. Out of desperation, I wrote a long message to the blogger and the coach, complaining about what had happened. But as I had expected, they had nothing to do with it. The blogger explained that this happens often. Scammers monitor the audiences of popular influencers and take advantage of the hype around their ads to pull off their schemes. I wasn't the only victim, but that didn't comfort me. And finding all the other people who had been scammed, organizing them, and filing a collective police report? That wasn't an option either. The blogger's reputation took a hit, but I don't blame her. It's not her fault that dishonest people lurk among her followers. What hurts the most is that I used money from the account where my husband and I were saving for a vacation. We haven't been to the sea in 3 years, so we had been slowly setting aside money since New Year's for a long-awaited trip. Now, I have to confess 2 failures to my husband, and I don't know which is worse. The fact that we've lost our well-deserved vacation again, or the fact that I was so stupid. I feel so ashamed that I just want to pack a suitcase, hop on the first train, and disappear somewhere far away. It's unbearable to look my husband in the eye. What would you suggest I do? How can I break the news to him in the most gentle way possible?